This is huge. Calgary Flames general manager Craig Conroy has revealed his master plan for free agency, and it's not exactly what everyone expected. The Flames are in dire need of some offense, especially at center, but Conroy has revealed multiple ways in which he may address the issue. We're going to get into all that and more in this video, but first I want to welcome you to Flames Digest. I'm Mark Griffith. If you're new around here and you love the Flames, make sure you subscribe so you can stay up to date on all the latest news, updates, reports, and rumors revolving around your Calgary Flames. We would love to welcome you to the Flames Digest family, and let's hop in and talk about how Conroy speaks on FA. Wake up, honey. Conroy has spoken to the media about his master plan, something we all love. Craig Conroy. Another thing we all love when Craig Conroy talks, and another thing we love when we have some idea of what's going to happen in free agency. Boom, boom, boom. That's all three checks. Now let's get into a wonderful article here from Eric Francis of Sportsnet. So he writes, Conroy prioritizing Flames' homegrown talent over pricey free agents. So already that gives you a little glimpse into what Conroy's master plan may be. It's to, again, maybe develop some of the players we already have over going after some of those very expensive free agents that are coming up. Guys like Sam Bennett, guys like Mitch Marner, etc. So already very interesting headline. So, asked what tops his wish list this summer, Craig Conroy didn't hesitate. The right center would be on the bucket list for sure, said the Calgary Flames general manager, whose organization lacks righties and centers more than anything. At the pro scouting meetings in May, I'll challenge them to kind of target people that would be here long term that can be a difference maker for us. That's obviously, there's scouting, of course, for the players that they might end up drafting in the juniors, but scouting also for some free agents. I don't think our list would be very long, but if there's an age-appropriate person that's a game changer that we feel we have an opportunity to get, we're definitely going to take a shot at them. So that's going after someone that might be, a little bit more pricey than obviously just developing your own talent and getting it at the draft. Indeed, the list will be a shorter run as Puckpedia.com lists just 8 right-handed centers with expiring contracts between Conroy's coveted age range of 22 and 26, so still young, of course. It's topped by Winnipeg's Gabe Vilardi and Boston's 33-goal Morgan Geekie, who would be pricey but welcome additions to any team. And that's 100% true. Calgary kind of needs one of those guys more than anyone else, but would we be able to shell out the best offer? I'm not too sure. Alas, both are coveted first liners currently playing on the wing, not up the middle. So they aren't even centers per se, although it seems like most forwards these days have spent a little bit of time at center in one way or another. The remaining 6 are also RFAs, topped by Dallas's 23-year-old Maverick Bourque, who was the highest scorer with 11 goals and 25 points. Another guy who I guess you can offer sheet and go after. Don't think it'd be too expensive, but he's really good. I think maybe a trade might be a better way to go about this. A trade with Dallas for Maverick Bourque plus. Maybe potential there. I know it says the other 6. The other 5 honestly aren't that great. It's guys like Mark Kastelik and stuff like that. No hate to Kastelik, but it's not exactly what the Flames are looking for right now. All this is to say that despite having more than $34 million in cap space this summer, it's quite likely Conroy will spend the summer sitting on his wallet, exhibiting the type of patience that has been his greatest virtue as a GM to date. And that's true. He hasn't rushed into any stupid deals. He'll take care of RFAs like Matt Coronato, Morgan Frost, Kevin Ball, Connor Zary, Adam Klapka, and Sam Morton, and Rory Cairns. That's a lot of RFAs. He'll have to contemplate re-signing Dan Vladar, Joel Hanley, and Justin Kirkland, and the big decision is whether to extend Rasmus Andersson or trade him, is what that's meant to say, not trade him. But it is true. Conroy has a lot on his plate already before you factor in the draft and free agency. Now, obviously, the draft happens before that, so we'll have a little bit more clarity and might make Conroy's job a little bit easier come July 1st. But again, there are options out there. In short, it's quite likely the third-year GM will return with a team similar to the one that finished so well. Unless he can land his coveted righty via trade, it would be salient to continue doing what made the team so successful this season, keep spots open for more youngsters to prove their worth. It seems like that is the plan, and I don't think a lot of people will hate that if that's what ends up happening next season. It'll kind of be this team, but maybe a little bit younger and maybe a little bit better. Who knows? We've got a great group of veteran guys, and if we sprinkle in these younger guys and add a few more moving forward, I think that's a recipe for more success next year, Conroy said. You'll love to see it. We're going to look in free agency to see if there's something that makes sense. Again, we're not just going to spend money. I know everyone's going to say, well, they have so much money. It's just like at the deadline. If we thought we could do something to make the team improve, we would have done something. So it's the exact same. Conroy's not going to do anything that he thinks might be foolish or brash. He's just going to do it if it makes sense. Patience is definitely a virtue, and he knows exactly what he wants. And sooner or later, he's bound to get it, of course. The one thing that we've talked about is getting young players in the lineup like we did with Klapka, said Conroy. Great project so far. It's a nice thing to have when you don't have to go out and find that somewhere in free agency. You kind of homegrown it. It's awesome. That's what we're trying to do with all these guys, all the guys on the Wranglers. We want them to make that push to come up and earn a spot and push these other guys forward. You'll love to see it. Slow and steady is the course. We do believe in the guys that are here and the way we played down the stretch. If we can come back and do that, that'd be a pretty special thing too, said Conroy. Well aware there are only 20 right-handed centers in the entire league between age 22 and 26. So they're rare. He knows how hard it is to get them, and the group that we have is okay. Does it have its flaws? Yes, it can improve drastically, but hey, the Flames, they surprised a lot of people this season. They might do the same next season. I mean, Zane Parekh is an upgrade on anyone on defense already. Maybe some of these young forwards could be on some of those older guys as well. Is there someone that can push us over that edge? We're going to look to see if we can find that person and add them next year. But if we don't find anyone, I would say we would not do a lot. So that's a great way to wrap it up. Look, do we have someone that is really, that A1 premier player? No, we don't. At least not in terms of a forward. We have one in a goaltender, and we, knock on wood, have one in a defenseman, but we need that in terms of a center. We don't have that. If it doesn't happen in free agency, it doesn't seem like the Flames will do all that much come July 1st. But there you go. There's Conroy's master plan. He's always stuck to it. I know it's kind of surprising. A lot of people would say, oh, he's got to go out there and spend. No, just going to take it easy. Maybe we'll draft, a few centers is what I would assume. And hey, maybe we'll trade for a young center. Maybe we'll trade for, a left-handed defenseman since we have so many right-handed ones. There's a lot of things that could happen this summer, but patience is a virtue. Conroy knows what he is doing. You'll love to see it. Now let's get into some quick transactions. Just a couple quick notes for you here. The first one, we said his name already, but it's about Mr. Adam Klapka. So the Flames have assigned Adam Klapka to the Wranglers. Now, a lot of people saw this and said, well, what? The season's over. Who cares? Well, the Wranglers are still actually playing in the playoffs, and he hadn't actually been assigned to the Wranglers yet. One of the goats of the Calgary Wranglers hasn't been playing in the playoffs so far. I know it's only been one game, but still, it's good to have Klapka with the Wranglers. They could probably use his help, and he's been great anytime he is suited up for them, so that is good. The other quick transaction's a bit of a funny one, and I apologize I don't have a better screenshot for you, but Calgary Flames head coach Ryan Huska is headed to the World Championship with Team Canada. So make that 7 Flames you can now cheer on at the IIHF Worlds. That should be starting decently soon here. So we already had, obviously, Parekh and Weegar with Team Canada. Now Huska joins as an assistant coach. I believe it's Dean Evison, the Blue Jackets coach, who will be the coach of Team Canada. So Huska on that staff with a couple Flames as well. You just love to see it. Obviously, Coronato with America. Vladar with Czechia, and both Andersson and Backlund with Sweden as well. It is just littered with Flames, which makes it more exciting for us, that's for sure. Now let's wrap up this video with the comment of the day, as we love to do here on the channel. This is a great one from yesterday's video about, Rasmus Andersson and the whole trade talks intensifying and all of that. And Shane put it really well here. So he said, 8x9 is too much money. Completely agree. So I have 2 thoughts. If they can bridge the gap, re-sign him. True, as long as, it's not too much term and relatively cheap as well. If you can't, you either trade him for a top 4 left-handed defenseman or trade him at the draft to a team that needs a D-man ahead of us in the draft order. Totally true. Both are definitely options, and they're both great options. That latter one could be very interesting depending on what picks the Flames do end up with. But hey, if a team does need a D-man like Raz and are willing to, trade up, I'd be super happy with that. Maybe we could get the center that we need. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe to what you saw here today, and have a wonderful rest of your day.